Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. It's Wolfsburg today, as we saw. Now, we have already played the first leg. It was a 2-1 loss at home. Now, it wasn't great. We didn't have Ballard because unfortunately he was injured during before the game, so we didn't manage to get him in the squad for the game at all. But and it wasn't a great start. In the first couple of minutes, they came forward. And Alberto, who we saw was a very good player, same with Ramos, found Sinistera, who managed to tuck it away to give him a 1-0 lead. And not long after that, they doubled it. On the 20-minute mark, they were able to get a second. Mertesacker, who their goalkeeper is called, which is brilliant, Henrik Mertesacker, played a long ball forward and Ramos was able to tuck it away. We did get one back though, which was great, just before half time in fact, so I thought the second half we might have come out and been able to get a bit more from the game, but unfortunately not. Naranjo was able to find the ball across to Salafu Dirasuba, who got the goal for 2-1. Now, we've obviously got today's game to get back into it, so it's not all lost. Frank Lampard is their manager, which is quite impressive. But otherwise, there's not much to say. We're 6 points clear at the top of the table in the league. Still going strong there. Still pretty comfortable with that we're going to win the game. So, win the league. So, I'm not too concerned on that. Unfortunately, Daga Ang is suspended, meaning that Benali is having to come into the side. He's played a little bit for us this season, Samir Benali, but not quite as much as maybe he'd hoped, just because Danga Ang has been so good. But he's in today, and he's got to do the job. We have luckily been playing him enough to keep his fitness and sharpness up, so he's all good in that sense. Constantini has also had bids offered to him, but I want to keep him around. Although Romero's been fantastic, he might be coming in more and more next season. Slowly ease him into the side. But otherwise, this is the lineup we're going for. We still haven't got Ballard as he's out injured. Going to be for another few weeks as well. So, bit of a shame there. So, we've got, I think what we will in fact do though, is take Alves off and put Sourdogo in there. But it's Buchanan in goal, then Benali at right back, as we were aware, and Bayamba, Murray and Lello finishing off the back four. Soranic, Dirasuba and Misahui in midfield with Naranjo on the left. And then Savadogo just behind Romero. Hopefully that'll lead to good things. Hopefully the squad will be able to get something out of this. If we can take it to penalties, I think that's probably our best chance at this stage. I think I underestimated Wolfsburg a little bit. I didn't quite realise how good some of their players were. They've also got Gabriel Menino at right back, who's very, very versatile and very good player. So they've got plenty of players that can do the job. One thing I am excited for, though, is that we're using our away kit, which I don't think I've ever seen us use before. So that's quite exciting. We're the black team, not the green team for once. And I think that's Wolfsburg are one of the only few teams we would actually be able to do this with. But Salafu looks forward, finds Soranic, then Romero's taking it past the defender. He's through on goal. Can he finish? No, he can't. He can't finish in the first 4 minutes. That would have been a hell of a start to the game for us if he did manage to slot that past the keeper. But it's still a good start to the game. Maybe the black, they're getting used to it and they quite like it, so you never know. Could be the next big thing. But Masui into Sourdogo, into Naranjo, who's cut inside. He looks forward to Soranic, who's through on goal, and he slots it past the keeper. It's 1-0 on the day, 2-2 on aggregate. Oh, it's a good start. 10 minutes in, we are looking very, very good so far. It's only been a few minutes, but we are looking very, very good. Soranic with a lovely finish from that right-hand side. Murray taking that down, finding Masui, then Sourdogo. Naranjo coming inside, was able to slot it through to Soranic, who just slotted it past the keeper without any issue in the world. They are on fire, and we want to keep this going. Leonardo Lula with a throw in. Torres cuts that out, though, as it looks to find Masui, but only falls to Murray. As Lola's going to look to play it back once again to Murray with a 1-2. And the ball is launched forward by our goalkeeper. Naranjo goes up, nods it down to Sabadogo. Can he look to find someone? He looks for Romero. It's a great challenge by Gabriel, who I think Romero was offside anyway, but we'll take it as we've now got the ball. Leonardo Lola on the left-hand side, looking to take on his man, finds Sawadogo, cuts on his right foot, finds Romero, who smashes it off the bar by the looks of it. I don't know if the keeper managed to save it and tip it onto the bar, but it definitely hit the woodwork and was then eventually cleared. Naranjo on the ball again after winning it back from the winger. We are on top at the moment and doing so well. Romero cuts that one out as they're faffing about with it at the back, but Henrik Mertesacker's there again. I mean, they're still playing around with it, and Romero's still putting the pressure on as the ball is cleared to Ramos on this left-hand side. Their striker's able to bring that down and drive forward with the ball. After them messing about with that at the back, they're now looking to try and get a goal as they've come down the other end of the pitch, which they might just be able to do, not quite as his... what's his name? Sinistera, that's it. His half volley falls straight to the keeper's hands as a ball in from a free kick is just headed over the bar by the Hound Dogs as things are going quite well so far. We're looking good. Very happy with it. Half an hour in and we are just about on top. Possession-wise, not great, but you do need possession when you're taking the lead. 1-0. A great start to the game. First half looking very good. I don't think we want to make any changes as of yet. One thing I might have to do next season is look for wingers because, with Ballard out, we haven't really got anyone else who can play out wide other than Naranja and Saranic, so we might have to look at seeing if we've got anyone who can bring in anyone to maybe cover those positions. But a ball played forward to Sinistera, he's through a goal here. He's just run around the back and smashes it off the post. We got away with that one. That's maybe a warning sign. And in the second half, we're going to have to pick up our game a little bit as it's not going to be as smooth sailing as the first half maybe seemed to be. Now, we've got 25 minutes to go. 20 minutes? Do we now look to make a change? I'm not sure. I don't really want to take Romero off. Naranjo's looking jaded. Our two centre midfielders are as well. Maybe we'll take João Alves on and replace Salifu just because he's tired. He's not had a bad game at all. But and it might give us something else. Another thought process. Although that header inside only falls to Gabriel Menino as they can come forward now. Ramos with the ball. Lays it back to Barr, who's able to keep hold of it with Wolfsburg. Menino down the right hand side to Noberto, who's definitely their best player, but hasn't been able to do too much for them today. Which I'm impressed that Lola's been able to keep him quiet, as he's a very, very good player. But I say that as they're looking to come forward down this right hand side. Talk about just talk myself into a hole every time. I think in every episode I mention something about the other team and then that happens to punish us. But a great challenge by Misui, which means it falls to him by Armba and we're able to come forward now. Saranic into Romero, who's going to drive forward. I mean, we've got a few players inside now. Finds Sawadogo. Can he finish? He can't finish. Oh, he could have took another touch. He could have done so much there. But instead, he just pokes it wide of the post. And it stays 1-0. Now Wolfsburg coming forward again. Mikovic into Barr. Then Gabriel into Queiroz. He looks inside to Barr again. They're keeping the ball nicely. They're just not making anything happen really at the moment. But we've got to make sure we don't let them. Ramos inside again. There's a few on the overlap. Creefer looking through to Norberto. He takes it around the keeper. Oh no. I thought the keeper had that. That is not ideal. And now my headphones just popped off. What is going on? Norberto with the finish. That is so disappointing. It was, I mean, I could tell it was going to happen because I mentioned him. And it's a ball through. Lola's not tracked him enough. And I don't know how he's managed to get it round the keeper, but he did. And that has leveled things up, giving him the 3-2 lead. We've only got 10 minutes to go. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get anything from this now. Let's bring on Constantini on for Sawadogo and we'll just pop him up top. Why not? We'll get him up there. Oh, not as a target man, as an advance forward. And we'll put you as a pressing forward on attack, Romero, just to try and get something out of this now. And we'll go attacking as well. We've only got a few minutes to go. It's not looking likely, but I mean, what a fight that would have been we'd have been able to take it to extra time. Although Henrik Mertesacker takes a free goal kick. We've got a couple of minutes to go. We can still do something here as it's played into Bar, then Keffer, as they look to work it round forward. We've got the high pressure on. They've got to work it well to stop us from getting that pressure on them, but they certainly look like they have at the moment. They're playing with us at the now. They're just toying with us. Although Mbayamba's able to head down, finds Narandri. Right, Narandri, what can you do? He looks for a switch to Saranic, but it is cut out by the fullback Bard, and it just heads back to the keeper, which probably is going to kill the game off as he looks out wide. It's not dealt with by the fullback, but Mbayama should get there, and we can kind of restart things. Can he look down the line? He looks to lob the ball forward. Finds Romero. Alves. Can you find someone? He looks round to the corner. Costantini, who's through a goal. Can he finish this? He can't finish it. He just can't finish it. None of our players can finish. What is this? What is the problem with people? Oh, it could have been. And they did score, but it was offside. So, yeah, I don't know what that says. Maybe that's our thing. We need to be getting a goal scorer. I mean, we've got Romero. Romero scored 40 goals this season. Costantini's going to regret that one coming forward. But there you go. That is our Europa run coming to an end. I have to say, we did all right. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Just a bit gutted, to be honest. We did very well in that game. A lot better than I thought we were going to. And it ended at a loss for us on aggregate. We got £1 million from getting to the knockout rounds, which is good. But otherwise, I mean, that was a good opportunity to go further as well. Wolfsburg aren't that good of a team, but it does show that we are fighting at a higher level. Well, with that, we will probably leave it there. We will be coming back at the end of the season to get the review, show you the kind of highlights of the cup finals, of course, as we always do, as we always manage to get there normally. And hopefully we'd have won the league by then, as it's not been quite as confident this year as previously is, as we've lost a couple of games against Europa and Lincoln and got a draw against Mons Calp. So it's not been as easy, but I think we're fine. 31 goals by Romero, though, in the league is absurd. And you can see there, we've nearly completely pushed any other team out of the past winners of the league, with Europa just sneaking in there at that little line. But if we win it this year, we should be all good. And that will be, our 8th trophy, 8 league title in a row? 3, 6, 7, 8. So there you go. But with that, we will see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.